Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 19 seasons, that's a lot, kid, but you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show, not the food though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I am your host, Jamal. With me, as always, my co-host, Reeves. Say what's up.
What's up, babies?
Oh, he's got whisper fever right now. And Reeves, is your co-host here, Reeves?
My co-host is here as well. Bri, would you like to say hello to the people?
Oh no, it's contagious. I got it too. The whisper fever. And what I'm doing is I'm yes-anding you. You did this and I'm doing it too. And what might happen now is I'm going to introduce our guest. And I wonder if he also got whisper fever. We won't know. We won't know. Ladies and gentlemen, Dillon Diatlo is here. And he can talk now.
Hello?
Oh no.
Oh no, what? Oh my god. Sorry, that's how I whisper generally.
Oh really?
There was no
That's
judgment
bad.
here.
Yeah,
There's no
Okay.
judgment here.
I was just kind of confused. I mean, it sounded kind of like a cartoon character. So
And
that's how you
this,
have to whisper.
this sounds like judgment coming
Oh, yeah.
from Reeves, right?
I'm sorry.
A
That's
little
right.
bit.
That's
bit.
right.
I was on the side of like, maybe this is how he whispers. Who am I to
Yeah.
know?
I
don't
thought
know.
you were
Yeah.
doing a joke.
No, when I tell people secrets, I go, "Hello, this is my secret."
Probably easy to remember secrets if someone told them to me like that.
Or at least easy to remember who told you the secret.
Definitely.
Mhm.
I
Mm.
definitely remember who whispered a secret like that to me.
Yeah. Oh,
Jamal, do you have
certainly.
problems remembering secrets?
I do when they're spoken in just a regular whisper
Uh-huh.
that I'm used to. So yeah,
You know,
I have a problem.
Something. So at Thanksgiving this year, we played telephone at the table.
Oh, dangerous.
Yeah, it was wild, but it really teaches you who can whisper and who can't. You know.
And so my question, this is not a judgment either. Does your family in general whisper the same way you do?
Oh yeah, it's genetic.
Okay.
Genetic whispering is what doctors call it.
Oh, okay. See, Reeves, this is why we don't want to judge.
Mhm.
Okay. So
This
I
is why
mean,
we don't want to judge right away.
HIPAA.
I feel bad for judging. It would be nice if I could maybe get an example of what that would have sounded like at a family table of people that all whisper the same way like that, playing telephone.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes
Mhm.
sense. That I'm sure it'd be a very good serious example.
Yeah.
Serious.
He doesn't want to do it right now, Reeves, and that's okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
that's all
I
right.
mean, you want
And
me to
that's
do it?
fine.
I'll do it. Hello, this is me playing telephone and telling a secret.
Okay, now Reeves,
Okay.
you say that to Jamal.
Yeah.
Okay, this is me playing telephone and a regret.
Okay, Jamal, you
And then
tell
I
me.
say it to Brian. Okay, this is me with a telephone telling a bequit.
All right, and I'll go back to Dylan to complete
Oh.
the phone line. Oh shit, I forgot all of it.
Oh, let's go. Come on. See, this dude
Hello?
has.
Hello, this is a telephone and telling a secret.
That's so crazy because that's not what I said at
What?
first.
Oh
That's
shit.
so crazy.
Well, I
That
just
was
said
wild.
what I heard, so
Telephone's so nuts.
yeah.
And to all you little kids out there that are like, how do you play telephone? I got a cell phone. The answer is, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good answer.
These
All right.
freaking kids
I'm going to
these
read Dylan's
days.
Boogie Manja bio for the first time ever in my whole life.
Yeah, definitely. Go.
Because
Go
that's
for
where I know
it.
Dillon from, is Boogie Manja. He's on the same sketch team as me. Dillon is a Brooklyn-based writer, actor, and self-proclaimed bad boy. He studied, performed, and bullied people at UCB, IO Chicago, Second City, and more. Between giving wedgies and shooting spitballs, Dillon somehow has found time to co-write and act his own UCB spank play. Get published in College Humor, Above Average, Points and Case, and more. Perform improv, stand-up, original characters, and take care of his dog, Hazel. You can reach Dillon on social at Dillon Diatlo or contact him at dillondiatlo@gmail.com.
You know, I got to say, I think the craziest part about that is for someone who's never recited it before, you just did that with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
Breeze through it
crazy.
with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was I closed my shark lid. I got the shark eyes.
That's classic.
Oh, okay.
Do you use those in the shower?
No, I leave my eyes wide. I like when the water burns my eyes. It makes me feel alive.
Yeah.
Brian,
Okay.
this reminds me of something because I don't ever like to talk about what your eyes do when you do take a big bite of food. But when I was there visiting you and we were eating at Dale Talday's restaurant, Goose Feather,
We were
I
there.
got kind of every time you took a bite, your eyes just turned all white.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And I was like, Brian, I wanted to be like, are you enjoying the meal, or are you just like trying to get through this meal? Kind of like a shark that's like stuffed, but is like, I gotta eat this seal. I gotta finish
Right.
this seal.
Mm-hmm.
But like your eyes kept rolling back as you were chomping, and I was like, okay, I assume he's enjoying it. His plate is getting clean. Were you enjoying the meal? And like I asked you if you wanted to put on sunshades because it was kind of distracting. You said no.
Can I ask a question before you answer this, Brian?
Please.
Were you guys eating little fish?
He did have branzino.
I had.
I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
did eat branzino.
Okay.
So technically, to the size of a great white shark that he is, that is a little fish.
There are bigger fish. There are bigger
All
fish.
right.
Yeah. So
So to explain myself of why that happened, and I think
Reeves, don't jump in. You don't want to jump in here.
Okay.
Dude, Reeves is just gonna
Oh,
judge
like-
everyone.
shark in the water. Don't jump in here. What I want to say to you, and I do this thing sometimes where I do a real long, kind of boring answer, and that's kind of the joke. And what I'm going to do this time is not that. And what I'm going to do instead is tell you the reason my eyes go white when I'm eating a big meal, is because that's where the food go for me. And what happens is I eat the food
What?
and it goes up to my eyes, and then so what happens is my eyes then turn around to look at the food, and they go, looks good, and
Then
then I
you
send
swallow
it
it.
back down to my stomach. Yeah, it's
Okay,
because
okay.
one time I ate a bad peach, and my eyes were like, never again, dude, never. Because
So
they don't
this
trust
is-
the outside. They don't trust the
Okay.
outside, because when
This
you
makes
look on the
sense.
outside, it's all my rods and cones. You know, it's all like what you see on the outside is interpretation. We don't
Yeah,
all
your
see the
eyes
same
are
thing.
pokey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pokey
yes,
looking.
yeah. And on the inside, that's the true sight. That's true
Mm.
sight on the inside.
Sounds like you have a food aversion.
Listen to me. I'm averred to not having food is the aversion that I have. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird reaction you kind of had there to it. It's a simple question.
Yeah, I don't know. So what we need to talk about real quick, and I still have half the host thing, and I'm sorry for not giving it back. Is that today
It's
when you
okay.
hear this episode, if you listen to it when it comes out, it's Jamal's birthday.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Mhm.
Wait,
So
hold on. Today or when it comes out?
when it comes out. So today.
Today.
Monday.
Today.
We recorded
It's
this
Monday.
on Friday, and now it's
Mhm.
Monday.
Now it's
Yeah.
Monday.
Now it's
Okay.
Jamal's birthday.
Now it's my birthday.
So everyone, all the
is-
fans go out and wish Jamal a nice happy birthday.
Yep.
And-
How old are you?
Yes.
37.
Hey, that's cool.
Keeping up with the Kardashians. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, okay. What I want to do now is two things. One, also recognize that it's MLK Day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When this
and-
podcast comes out or
Yes.
when we do it?
Yeah, today is Friday, and when it comes out, it's MLK Day.
Okay.
So first, I will recognize that. It's been recognized. And I will now say that Tom reached out to me. That's Tom Colicchio. He's head judge, Top Chef. And he said that for Jamal's birthday, he's got a special offer.
Ooh.
Wow.
For
Nice.
Jamal and for everyone out there listening to the Pod Chef podcast right now.
Ooh, listen up.
Have you
folks.
guys heard of the Colicchio collection?
Of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Dylan, why don't you
Dylan
explain
has.
it then? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the Colicchio collection.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory.
It's true.
It's
It's
a
true.
large group of a lot of Colicchios.
And see, he nailed it. The Colicchio
Sold.
collection is an Italian-inspired cooking and pairing sauces that deliver elevated cuisine right to your kitchen.
Nothing different between what Dylan said and what you just said,
Yeah,
Brian.
it seems like
No,
exactly the same thing to me.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
gave
yours had a little bit more detail, maybe.
broad strokes, and I just did the little details.
Who
So-
needs the details?
This is a bunch of sauces that Tom Colicchio made, and in it is a bunch of Jersey tomatoes. That's what he said.
Okay.
And the sauces are flavors like Abruzzo and Trentino and Sicilia, and then Calabria and Liguria and Piemonte. And I don't speak Italian.
Wow,
He does,
Liguria.
right? It says it looks like it's a thing of wine. How much do you guys think
Cool.
3 bottles of Colicchio collection sauce costs?
$500.
Okay. Let's do this Price is Right way.
Yeah,
Okay.
$500.
$500. Well, going first on his birthday. Very brave.
Reed,
Go next
you
to
go
the
second.
$501. Okay, Jamal. Unless it's right on, you're out.
Okay,
Or if it's under.
$499.
Okay, well, you all went over, so no one wins this.
Okay. No one
The
wins
cost of
showcase.
3
Can you only
Colicchio
buy 3 at a
collection
time?
jars. They come in sets of 3. You can only buy
Okay.
sets of 3.
Okay.
Wait,
You
what?
guys, do you guys want to play again and do real numbers, or just go with that?
Sure, let's do it again.
Let's play again,
let's
yeah.
do it.
These are
Let's
3
play again.
All right.
jars of sauce. Are these like red sauce?
These are red sauces. Just know that they're not $500 or $499.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna say 3 bottles, $120.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to say 3 bottles, 121.
Okay.
3 bottles? Boy.
Jars.
I'm gonna say,
jars.
they're
They're
jars.
jars?
They're not
Yeah.
bottles. Oh well, if they're jars, I'm gonna say 119.
Okay, well, you've all gone over, so no one wins the showcase again.
You know what? Maybe we
Okay.
need to know more about what's in the
Yeah.
bottles.
Okay. Sorry.
I go-
Dylan
Look,
gave us details. You're not giving us
Look,
details,
yeah.
Brian.
Look,
You're
I'll
right.
say even with inflation, still not at 119.
Yeah. Seems
I
like
think
a
he's
good opportunity.
undercharging,
Well,
quite honestly.
I'll say this: even without shipping, you're not at 118 yet. Here we go.
He's undercharging.
Let's say, this showcases Colicchio collection Abruzzo sauce. It's a set of 3 jars of sauce with the motto, strong and kind. Abruzzo is beloved for its stunning mountain ranges and enduring local traditions.
You didn't
Large
tell me it was
region known
Abruzzo
for its
sauce.
Cultural diversity, the Colicchio collection captures the fortitude and vitality of Abruzzo in this superlative sauce. And it can all be yours if you guess if the price is right.
I know how much Abruzzo sauce costs. I didn't know it was Abruzzo sauce. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Now
didn't
I'll
say
do my
Abruzzo
guess.
sauce. Yeah,
My
yeah.
guess is now $50.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going 51.
Dylan.
Okay. And you said it's bottles and not jars?
No,
Or
they're jars. They're jars.
They're jars and not bottles.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go 49 then.
Okay, you're all over it. You're all over it. But
What?
Okay.
let's just say,
Okay.
you know what? Let's say that Dylan's the closest. They're
Uh-huh.
$45 for a set of 3 jars of
See?
Colicchio
Okay.
collection sauce.
All right,
See?
so we were close. We were all close.
Wow.
And
Once you
because
actually
it's-
gave us the details of what the kind of sauce it was,
you
we
all
all
got
kind of
yes,
knew.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
look, I'm not Bob Barker and or Drew Carey. Okay, I'm Brian Jackson. I'm sorry.
I hope
Better
not.
than both.
Yeah.
Have your dog
ask
spayed or
me.
neutered. Here we go.
What?
Why not
because
just
it's Jamal's-
spay them?
No, do one or the other. Because it's Jamal's birthday and MLK Day, Tom's giving everyone who listens to the podcast and Jamal himself a special discount code to get.
Wait,
Yes.
can we guess the discount code?
Sure.
I don't know. I guess we have to cut the whole
Oh, sorry. keep going.
application
Yeah,
if we do that.
Okay, yeah.
No,
We have
No,
a-
honestly, we
have a lot to get
probably
through.
should.
We have,
You go,
maybe,
you go.
Should we wait and do it next
Yeah,
time?
maybe we should do
No,
the
I'm-
application next time.
I'm really
This is more
good
fun.
at applications, though.
Well, that's why we have you on here.
Hmm.
This code, if you use this code, you get 10% off your first order using the code PODCHEF10. And here's the little thing though. Here's one important note to
Mhm.
do with this code. And Tom told me it's very important that you do this part before you enter the code. You type in PodChef 10, all capitals, no spaces, then delete where it says pod and just enter the Chef 10 part. And
Mhm.
you'll get 10% off your first order of Colicchio
Is it the
Collection
number 10
sauces and
or are we
jars.
writing out 10?
It's the number 10, the
Wow.
numerals 1 and 0. So that's Pod Chef, one word, all caps, 10, 1, 0. Delete the part that says pod
Mhm.
and just enter the Chef 10 part. And that's how you get
Wow.
our special code to get 10% off Colicchio Collection sauces and jars.
The people who are listening, it sounds like, oh, well, I should just put in Chef 10. Well, no, the promo code box actually can tell if you put in
Wow.
Pod Chef 10
Yes.
and then deleted
Yes.
the
That's
pod.
crazy.
It's an extra
So-
step. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
also like that's not the promo, right? Like that's the promo that Tom created for you. So if you're doing the
Yes.
wrong promo, then yeah, you don't put in pod first. But if you're doing
Yeah.
the right one, you put in
Mhm.
pod first, and of course you
Yeah.
delete it. And
Wow.
Follow the
Yes.
rules.
without it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. And you said 10% off?
yeah.
So then 10%
Yeah,
off
off
the
your
first
first
order of 3 bottles. And you said these are jars, not bottles.
They're
That's
jars.
crazy.
and
That means that
not
they're
bottles,
gonna
yes.
they're gonna be like what, $9?
I'm going to go with 10.
Oh yeah, can we get we got 9, we got 10, Reeves.
It's like 11.
11%.
Okay, you're all-
It's not even
okay,
a dollar
so-
amount.
Yeah.
Also 10%. No.
Nobody wins. No one gets to go to the showcase showdown. You guys fucked up because you know what's behind in the first showcase?
What?
Mm-mm.
Brand new car.
Ah,
Oh,
what kind of
wow.
car
Brand new
was
car.
it? Hold
Kia
on, what kind of
Sportage.
car?
Kia
Kia
Sportage.
Sportage? Is it the new Kia or the old Kia Sportage?
If we type
It's a Nokia Sportage.
It's a Nokia Sportage?
It's a Nokia Sportage.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I want that car then.
And you get a trip. You get a trip, but you get to drive the Nokia Sportage to the location of the trip.
I don't
is.
wanna
I don't
drive
know,
a
man. If you
Nokia
drop
anywhere.
like they're probably very safe cars, right? If you drop a Nokia Sportage, it's
Oh,
not going to break.
It's probably indestructible.
sturdy.
They should be using that in
And
Ukraine
you have
right
built-in
now.
snake.
But
It
Ah,
does.
that's
Yeah, you can
true.
play Snake right on the Nokia Sportage.
and that'll keep
Yeah.
my pets busy.
Yeah, for all your pets out there, let them
Yeah.
play Snake on your Nokia Sportage. So no one gets that. I'll take that showcase myself. That's what the host gets to do, the game show host. So now I'm going to get the reins back to Jamal officially, and I'm done hosting
Let's
for the
go.
night. I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. So that was interesting. I didn't know Tom did not reach out to me and say that, hey, I'm doing this for your birthday and
It was a
MLK.
surprise.
Yeah,
And
it sounds like
also-
it's a nice surprise.
Yeah, it does sound on the surface like it's a nice surprise, but for a man who gave so much and gave his life,
Talking
just
about you or
10%.
MLK?
Both, brother.
Mhm. So really, it should be 20, right?
Should probably be at least 20,
For both of
25%.
you.
Yeah.
For both of
you.
us? I mean, if anything, it should be a 37% off because we were both 37 when we passed
Wow,
away.
okay.
Oh, you're at the
Dude.
MLK year?
Yeah, I'm at the MLK a year. Brian's
no way
googling
he was
that.
only
To
37.
Brian, so I just want everyone to understand something. I'm doing a joke, and Brian can't help but be like, "You're wrong. You're so wrong." So I gotta Google. I gotta get on my Google and see if he's wrong. That's what Brian is doing right now.
I just thought
Was
he
he
was
wrong?
old when he died.
This
And
close
now
to
the kids-
Jamal's birthday too.
Now the kids are like
Yeah.
37's old.
Is
you
Jamal
old
right
man.
or wrong? Was
Yeah.
he
They're not
37?
wrong.
Yeah, when did he pass away?
I'm gonna say 39. What do you say, Jamal?
I'm gonna say 40.
And Reeves?
Oh, 52%.
That's not even an age.
He was 39.
Okay. Wow.
You're pretty close.
1968. He was
All right,
39.
So Dillon gets the show. Dillon wins MLK.
Dylan wins, and that should
Yep.
be the discount code. It should be everywhere you go. It should be 39% off. Wouldn't that be a better for the holiday?
That's right. Was I supposed to watch a show?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. What did you watch? Did you watch Martin?
I watched Martin. Is
Okay,
that not
yeah.
right?
Well, wait a
Yeah.
second. Which season? Which episode?
Mhm.
39.
And that should be
There's
the
so many
Season
seasons,
3,
Martin.
episode 9. I think we're still safe.
Yeah, we're good.
We're
That
still
was the
good.
same as season 6, episode 10. So
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Pod Chef.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
good.
Cool.
I am going through season 2 right now of Martin. It's very, very funny.
Mhm.
Not knowing
Yeah.
it, didn't realize this as a kid. Most of it's improvised, and they're
Really?
all laughing the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
They
no one
break
can keep a
so
straight
much.
face.
Yeah, they
It's
break
I
so
didn't-
much.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
go back and
That's
watch
crazy.
it. It's a tough
Almost
watch.
half the cutaways are them like, well, we can't get this from this angle because they're all laughing.
Because they're
Yep.
laughing.
Yep.
But
Okay.
it's a
well,
TV show. It's like a sitcom. That's crazy.
and they're laughing.
Yeah, that like never happens in sitcoms.
All right. So to catch everyone up who didn't listen last week,
Everyone.
we're submitting to Awesome Con in Washington, D.C. It's D.C.'s Comic Con. It is Juneteenth weekend. We've established that.
Yeah.
We've made it a point to point that out.
Be a promo code for that.
We'll wait till it comes up. If you remember, we were.
Yeah, okay.
You can ask when it is.
Yeah,
June
when's
19th?
June?
June
When's
19th?
Juneteenth?
June 19th.
No.
Oh, okay.
Should we, Dylan? You want us to
37.
edit that out for you?
No, it was a clear joke. But like
That's what I say too. Whenever I say racist
I
stuff.
believe it. I believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it.
it's
I
in
believe
the
it.
name. It's in the
I always
name.
say racist stuff, and then I say it was clearly
Yeah,
a
it was.
joke.
I was actually joking the whole
It's not
time.
racist. It's in the
Okay.
name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
No,
right.
no, we got you.
This
we got
is
you.
fun when white people are
2
accusing
minutes.
each other of racism and I can just sit back. I
Hey,
love
man,
it.
I'm Cuban.
This is what we're
But
supposed
I
to
am
do.
white.
Oh, you're Cuban?
I'm Cuban and Jewish, yeah.
Oh, why didn't you lead with that, man?
But I'm white. Like, look at me.
Yeah, but you're
All-
Cuban. Man,
all
we
the
got to
people
talk after the
listening
show.
look at me.
You're
Yeah,
Cuban
we
and
talk.
Jewish. We got to talk after the show.
Are you
Brian-
Cuban and Jewish, Jamal?
Let me tell you something, man.
What? What?
I'm Egyptian.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
Yeah. Pyramids, man.
I
Yeah, that's
did-
cool, man.
I did
Gaza.
do them all dirty by not putting Dylan's race in
You
the
did.
bio.
You buried the lead. You tried to
Yeah,
make me
but
think
we're-
there's just a white guy
I'm
here. But
sorry.
he's so here's the thing, Dylan. I'm always outnumbered on this show.
Not today.
So if
baby.
I can get anyone on the show who knows the struggle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I don't want to say I know there's
Sounds like
struggle.
you want to say
I'm-
that you know the struggle. And
I'm
why don't you
very-
expand on that a little bit
No,
so you and
Jamal-
Jamal can relate?
I don't think you guys should put these words into my mouth. Okay, I'm
I'm not
very
saying anything.
clearly,
Okay, I guess
I'm
we have to
very
edit this
clearly-
part too. Oh, interesting.
No,
Didn't want us to edit the Juneteenth thing. Seemed like we should have edited that.
I am very clearly a white man. So
Well, that's your choice to live your life that way, but I appreciate your heritage.
so about this application.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
let's get
no
back to the
time for this
application.
now. So
And now
we can't
Dylan's
read the
hosting.
whole thing. We did so much of
right.
it last week. Let's just
Let's
say
go.
this: we'll finish the application next week. Maybe we'll get Steve Brown on, who is our Awesome Con liaison.
Mm.
That'd
Yeah,
be
that
great
would
if
be
we actually
nice.
we could run the application by him
Yeah.
and see what he thinks.
What can we do with Dylan then?
We can do a segment we do every week called Chefs I Prepared for You. This is where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night. And we present it as if we're presenting to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a winner, and I will go first. Chefs I Prepared for You. Crispy, I'm supposed to be ground beef, not brown beef. I wrote brown beef. Crispy ground beef, sauteed kale, roasted Brussels sprouts, and hot madras curry basmati rice with green onions. But you know them, scallions if you're nasty.
Fans, I'm
This-
looking at it. It looks very tasty. This looks healthy, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and tasty. How did you season it again?
Well, each one has its own seasoning. So you got the hot madras curry spiced rice. You've got some cumin ground beef that's been crispified with olive oil. You've got the green onions on top. You got the garlic roasted Brussels sprouts, and then sautéed with just salt and pepper kale.
Did you feel good afterwards after eating
Felt amazing.
it?
After that brown beef,
Yeah.
I've all had that brown beef last night.
Sounds
Does that
good,
f-
man.
Does that feel racial when he says it like that?
It does.
Yeah.
It's
A
little
kind of
bit,
like the
yeah.
way he
Right?
says brown.
Yeah, I don't like how he says brown or black guy. I don't
Yeah,
like how
no,
he says that.
seriously. And this is the dude that convinced what's his name? Tom to only make it 10%, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Tom was
Oh
gonna
yeah,
do 39.
he
Mhm.
wanted it to be 39%.
And Brian
I
said,
"You know, you wanna lose
"Why
all
do
the
they
money
need
on
all that?" That was a quote from Brian. Why do they need all that?
Yeah,
I said
they.
they already have so much.
Brian said we gave him a month.
Where's my month?
Chefs, I prepared for you beef stroganoff.
Wow.
Ooh,
Baby. Very simple. Little beef chuck. Cut it
nice.
up. Put it in the dredge. Brown it. Then you do the noodles. Then you do the
Egg
sauce.
noodles?
Egg noodles, of course.
Nice.
Fantastic.
And then you temper the sauce a little bit. You put it back in. You mix it all together. And then you forget to take a picture, which is what I should have done.
That's
It was
okay.
good. It's tasty. It's a nice winter meal. It's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
My meal was wintry. Your meal's wintry.
Love an egg noodle.
Mine wasn't heavy though. I'm actually
It's
trying to
those
eat
little-
more food lately.
Really?
You lost
Eat
all
more
that weight,
food.
trying to find that weight you lost?
Yeah, I'm trying to slow down the old factory I started up.
I know you're not supposed to talk about people's what they look like, their bodies and things like that, but the other day there's a picture of you on the Instagram and Carrie said, "Is that Jamal?"
Why?
And what did you say after that?
well,
What was
see,
the rest of the
issue-
conversation?
You see, the issue was that it was Darnell. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no.
It was you.
Okay.
Ouch.
She's gonna hear me be very mad at me. No, it was you.
Yeah, because you made her look like a certain way that she's not.
It was you. It was you. Were those
always you.
steak tips pre-cut? You had to cut those bad boys.
They're pre-cut, but I cut them more because they're
Smaller
like
Wow.
chunks. They're chunks, so you gotta like break them down a little bit more.
Nice.
Dope.
Wow.
Yeah, it was tasty.
That's cool, man.
Chefs, last night I prepared for you
Well, you cooked.
vegan. Well, not vegan. So it was like fake bacon BLTs. So we're gonna call it an FBLT.
All right.
And that was
Okay.
on
Fuck
white
boy LT.
on white toast. Fuck boy LT. The canned raviolis.
Fuck boy LT. You like put your dick in this lettuce and tomato? Like what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Foot boy. You just say foot boy, and that way you can say,
You know-
I put my foot in this thing.
Yeah, people say
Yeah.
people say I put my foot in it, but the new thing is put my dick in that
Put my-
sandwich.
I don't think that's a new thing, and I think
Yeah.
it's
Been
out.
around.
Oh
been
yeah, I saw
around.
it on Subway once. Someone did it in a Subway roll, posted on Instagram. They got
Yeah.
in trouble.
Yeah. A lot of people
Jared.
do it on the subway.
Oh, Subway New York or Subway restaurant?
Those are
Both.
different things.
No.
So just mayonnaise on white toast and lettuce and tomato and fake bacon, and it
Okay.
was and then a little hot sauce.
It's a pretty
And it
white
was-
thing to eat, man.
Très bien. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do at my place.
Is that white bread?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Huh.
that's some white people shit.
Yeah.
yeah. You should hear when I have cheese sandwiches. I fucking
Oh my, really?
eat the whitest food in the world. Hell yeah! Which is the ingredients
Ham
for a
and
cheese
cheese on
sandwich
Wonder
is
Bread.
white bread, yellow American cheese, mayonnaise,
Oh.
potato chips.
Are the potato chips on the sandwich though? 'Cause-
Yes.
All right, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
You gotta crunchify the sandwich.
You get some points there,
Ugh.
but it's still not looking good.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yes, please.
Yep.
You chefs ready?
Mm-hmm.
Chefs, last night I prepared for you an aged leftover turkey chili blended with an aged leftover Thai chicken curry with boiled in potatoes, heated over a medium flame and served with authentic Trader Joe's white corn tortilla chips with just a hint of lime.
So this was leftovers?
Yeah.
Did you mix
took
the
two
did you
different
mix
leftovers and put them together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you mix it?
Yeah, was it mixed?
Yeah, I
He
mixed
literally
it
said
up.
that. He said
Well,
combined.
just saying. That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
you were
he
dipping
did.
you were dipping the tortilla chips to eat the food?
Yeah, I was just eating it via chips. Like I didn't make rice last night. I didn't have bread, so I had some chips, so like tortilla chips, so I just made it like a hot dip.
Mm.
That
It was
sounds pretty
good, man. Yeah, it was dope. Honestly,
That
one of my
sounds
favorite
good.
things to do is to like take a bunch of leftovers that taste really good separately and just like, at the end of the week put them all together and just eat them.
And how is
That's
your
like
tum
America.
after that?
Hold on. I want to say yes. That is like America. Uh,
Bunch of
Ain't that
leftovers.
America?
See if they get together. Yeah.
my tum tum is it's all right. It's here and there.
Yeah, it's in and out.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have to vote. And Dylan, the way the voting goes is you cannot vote for yourself.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll go first with the vote, and I'll vote for Dylan because he
And I-
combined multiple different meals.
I'll go
Hmm.
second, and I'm going to vote for Brian.
Ooh, look at me.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I don't see. Should I do another three-way tie?
And I'll be the tiebreaker.
Oh wait, yeah, you still get to vote.
Brian's doing
Jesus,
this thing where he
man.
keeps trying to take away people's votes.
Yeah.
What the
I think
fuck?
it's
Well,
really
because
cool.
because
This
Joe
like
Biden
conservative ass
Joe Biden
Republican
doesn't
over
want to
here?
vote anymore. Joe Biden keeps saying not to vote.
Mm,
Mhm.
it's
My
rigged.
estranged father the other day texted me to referenced woke TV shows, and then today told me I should write a show about the dumbass president. And I just
It's a good
barely
pitch, man.
That's a good
barely
pitch.
talked to that guy in 30 years, and this is what he does now. So have fun with that. You're gonna not talk to me again ever again.
Do you
I'm gonna
listen
vote
to the podcast?
I don't know. Maybe no
Hmm.
one else in my
We'll
family
find
does.
out.
My
We'll
wife
find
does. My
out.
mom doesn't. She doesn't do anything that I do. I don't know what I do. I'm gonna vote for.
Fuck.
I'm gonna vote for Dylan. That sounds really good to me.
Mm.
I had a
Wow.
hard time not voting for Reeves. That also sounds really, really good. I love an egg noodle, but I'm gonna vote Dylan because I think that's fun.
Meg Noodle's good. Well, I'm gonna vote for Brian on this, man. We
have
got a
tie.
tie, baby.
Okay, we
We're
got
gonna
a
have to do a
Two.
gonna
So
do a
we're gonna have
live
to do
cook-off.
runoff votes now. So now you cannot vote for who you voted for in the last round.
Right.
So
Mhm.
Mm.
I'll go first. I vote for Brian.
Okay, and I will vote for Dylan.
Okay, and I will vote for Jamal.
Wow. This is big. I will also vote for Jamal.
Wow, Jamal wins. Wow.
All right, I won.
Wow.
Thank you. All right.
That
Wow.
seems. I don't like this. I don't like this.
That's perfect for my birthday. I won. So that was chefs I prepared for
Yep.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jamal, happy birthday,
And
Jamal.
Two of us cooked meat, and I took it home with my brown beef, and that's I had something for meat, Natalie. I
Is that
lost
why
it.
you said Natalie in the first recording, Dylan?
Me?
You
No,
said
the Meet Natalie is the name of the episode.
we'll be right back.
That's why I said it.
Okay, we're back. Top Chef Season 6, Episode 10, Meet Natalie, parentheses Portman.
Yes.
This is the Meet Natalie Portman episode. Dylan,
What's up?
have you ever seen Top Chef before?
I have not. I've only watched. I'm not like super into reality TV like cooking shows, but I have watched. What's it called? I think it's called Conflict. No, it's. Oh man, Conflict Kitchen. Is that what it is, or that's like a restaurant? Like
Possibly.
Hell's Kitchen?
no, it's the one where like everyone starts out with $10,000, and then you could like buy obstacles to put in your opponent's ways.
I've never heard of this.
I've never heard of this. I want to watch this now.
It's good because it's things like they all have to cook something, and then it's like, okay, but for $1,000, someone can buy this like children's cooking set, which is all like mini stuff, and you have to use these tools to like cook with it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
kinda
stuff like
That's
that.
fun.
TV. That's
Yeah,
TV.
it's fun. But no,
It's
I
called-
haven't watched Top
It
Chef.
might be called
not Top
Conflict
Chef.
Kitchen, potentially.
Oh man, I knew it. Yeah, it might be called that. I don't remember. I knew it earlier today.
But not Top Chef.
Yeah,
Not Top Chef.
What were your thoughts of watching Top Chef for the first time today?
It seemed like, again, this is season 6. Not even again. That's the first time I've said that. This is season 6, and I assume with 1920 seasons, it probably came out 2006. It just seems like
2009.
2009. It feels like very of that time, I
Mhm.
guess, where it's like not insane. Like reality TV was like kind of newish still, Like it wasn't insanely dramatic.
Perfected. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
perfected. Yet.
perfected. It wasn't like super perfected like it is now, where they like create plot lines.
Yeah.
They like mess with people's heads on
They
reality
like
TV
harness
shows.
drama now.
Exactly, which like that like wasn't going on there.
And you like
Okay.
that or you didn't like that? You want drama or you don't want the drama? You would no more
You
drama,
know,
Mary J, or
I
you
Yeah, no
drama?
more drama.
I thought it was good. You know, like I thought I don't know. I thought it was fun. I had a good time. I like they brought out Natalie Portman.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know if you know, but in Star Wars she played Padme, and then the
I
host
heard
is
about that.
Padma.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a Padma and a Padme.
They didn't do that though.
They didn't
no one
make that
mentioned
joke.
that.
They didn't make that joke.
Yeah, I
Well,
was pretty
yeah.
pissed.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
they were too busy in the writers' room doing some other stuff, and we can talk about that when we get there.
Mhm.
It was
Dillon-
so easy.
Dylan, are
Yeah.
you going to keep watching Top Chef now? You feel
Yeah,
like-
you know I'm in now.
Okay, good.
I
That's
started. The
Tom
only
was
episode I've
asked
ever
us to make
watched
it that
is
way.
episode 10, season 6, and
Mhm.
you know
Middle of the season.
I got to finish it out, my man. I'm gonna go all
Alright.
the way through season
Perfect.
20.
That's good.
All right,
Tom will be happy. Yeah.
let's talk about it. All right, let's get right into the quick fire. Paul Bartolotta is the guest chef this week. Top
Yeah.
Italian guy in the chefing world.
Yeah,
The quick fire challenge was a classic, kind of a TV dinner commercial, but not for a specific brand. But
yeah,
the chefs picked classic television series by blind knife draw. So the knife block was here, and we're told to make a TV dinner inspired by the series. And the winning chef had their dish featured in the Top Chef line of frozen foods.
yeah.
Let's talk about this. The knife block is covered in iconic TV series. You saw MASH. You saw Seinfeld. You saw, wasn't the Addams Family on one of them?
No, Flintstones, and
Flintstones,
Sopranos, and Cheers.
Sopranos, and Cheers. So, did anyone else hear when Mike Isabella said Seinfeld? I've never seen that.
Yes, I did hear
He
that.
did.
I call
Yeah.
bullshit, Mike
He must-
Isabella.
He must be a curbed guy.
See,
Mhm.
I like what
He
like,
said, "I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see
Yeah.
after this what's good."
What
And
does
he's
it
like, "Oh,
evolve
Kirby's like,
into?
I like this, and then he went,
Yeah.
didn't go back and do Seinfeld. Yeah, the whole challenge kind of feels a bit like a hat on a hat because it's like making TV dinners makes sense to me, but that and then you put the TV show thing on it feels like a little bit muddled. Like there's a little
Yeah.
too much to do with it.
yeah.
But yeah, I think some of the people did well with it.
Did you guys
I-
eat?
like
Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, look. Okay, this is what I want to say. Kevin,
Mhm.
I think Kevin did very well with it. Did he
Mhm.
win? Is he the guy who won?
He
He
won.
did, yeah.
He
Dude,
won.
Dude, okay.
baby.
So
Sopranos.
think about what happened here. Okay,
Mhm.
they bring in a celebrity guest chef, this guy Bordetella, which is no, what's his name?
Yeah,
Bart-
that's
the thing that-
Bartolotta, but you can say
Yeah.
Bordetella.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bordetella.
that's the thing that my dog gets shot up his nose and he hates.
I was gonna say my
They
dog
bring in
gets that.
chef.
Yeah.
They bring in Chef Bordetella. Right? They're
Mhm.
like the most famous Italian chef in Las Vegas, and everyone has to pick TV shows. Someone gets Flintstones. Someone gets Sesame Street. This dude with the best Italian chef in Las Vegas gets Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like
Easy.
that is hard to pull off, dude. Like you are giving Italian food now to the best Italian chef on the west side of the United States.
I guess I thought it may have been easier because then you're like, oh, well, I can just make Italian food.
I was worried
No.
he wasn't going to make Italian food because at first he was like something that my mother makes every Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Kevin, you're not Italian. You got a red beard,
Yeah.
dude. You're very Irish.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
you're
Yeah.
very,
Pulled
very
pork
Viking.
or something like that.
You're so
but
Irish that
no.
I like refused you service at the bar, and I said you're not getting a job here.
Yeah, yeah, it's fucked up, man. I said that I would have made buttered noodles.
Hmm.
For Sopranos,
Yeah,
Just buttered noodles.
yeah, I think just buttered noodles and maybe vegan butter.
Mm.
okay.
Okay, so you're going
Mhm.
home.
No one else made like deep connections.
What would
to
you
the
guys
shows.
do for Sopranos?
This is good. This is good for Sopranos.
I think I would just put a bunch of gabagool on a plate
Yeah,
What,
and then
Gabagool.
insist that
That's
they
it.
just grab it with their hands and eat it. Yeah.
some cold. Put a cold past, just cold past.
Mhm.
Make them a fuckboy LT.
Mhm.
You
Yep,
know?
that too. Yeah. Or maybe what I would do is I would like whack some jabron, just whack him, and then like put his fucking head on the plate and be like,
Yes.
"This is what you get." Like maybe it's like Big Pussy. I just whack Big Pussy, that jabron, and I put his head
Yeah.
on there, and I
That's
say,
good.
"Tone," you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd make something that it would speak to the diner language of food. So it's called a "Don't Date My Daughter," which is a blackened fish with black-eyed peas.
Mm.
This is an interesting
Okay.
part of the
What a
series.
fun episode that was.
So I
There's a couple episodes.
I said what I would have made for every person's.
Did you
Mm.
really?
Yeah.
You
I
did
wrote
so much
down.
more work than we ever do. Please tell us what you would
Yeah,
have
what would you
made.
do?
No, it's all right. Okay. So for Jennifer, she had Flintstones, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
She made chicken roulade with garlic cream, pea salad, and caramelized peaches.
Mhm.
I would have made dinosaur chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
no
That's it.
T-bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that
She
there's no
said
T-bone
that.
in the fridge. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's an obvious one too. It's like, come on. They're
As
already
soon as-
shaped like dinosaurs. Dinosaur
as soon
chicken
as you
nuggets and
said it.
Flintstone vitamins.
As
And you
soon
could
as you
deliver it
said
like a Flintstone car by walking it to the judges.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Exactly.
made so much sense. I was like, "Oh yeah, duh, of course."
Mike I. He had
Isabella.
Seinfeld.
Yes.
Mike Isabella had Seinfeld. He said he'd never seen it. He made sausage and peppers, mushrooms and cheese, warm fruit salad with pine nuts.
He
I said
hasn't seen
I
it.
would have made he hasn't seen it. I said I would have made a bowl of cereal and a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
That's Jerry
Yeah.
would have loved that.
Exactly.
Jerry loves cereal.
That's
And
what
like
I'm-
maybe a Superman bib.
yeah, Superman bib, right?
He
All right,
loves
we got-
cereal. He also loves high school girls.
yeah. I was gonna
Yes.
say.
And I
He's
would have had a
also-
high school girl bring it out to the judges.
Yeah,
Perfect.
they could sit in
You-
their car and drink coffee and
Mhm.
spill
Speaking
their
of-
cereal.
Speaking of high school girls, you know what I learned last night when I saw that Lisa Marie Presley had died is that Elvis got with her mom when she was 14.
It was a different time.
You're right.
It was a different time.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
Dylan, continue, please.
He's right. So Robin had Sesame Street. She made a burger with eggs. First of all, I hate Robin. She made a burger with egg, crispy kale.
So I
She's
was getting the
worst,
feeling
man.
that you would align a little bit with Mike Isabella in a certain way. And so do you feel like you relate to Mike Isabella at all?
I mean, because he also hated Robin. Like,
And some other
That's
things,
one
but yeah,
reason.
maybe
I-
that. Yeah.
I didn't like Robin or Mike Isabella because both of them will just like they just were full of excuses, like constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like,
It's
dude,
annoying.
you guys are chefs. Like, this is what you do. Like I don't know. Robin in like the second one was like, I don't know. I've never cooked vegetarian. Like she said she never cooked vegetarian food. Then she
Yeah.
said that she eats vegetarian food a lot. Like
Yeah.
she's all over the place, man.
All over the place.
It was brutal.
She also said garbanzo beans a bunch.
Yeah. She
She
kept
was really
saying,
blown away by
I've
that.
never cooked with fresh garbanzo beans. And it's like, okay, well, you're a chef, dude. Like, do it.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
what
What's your
else?
Sesame Street
Okay.
inspired meal?
So Robin, she got Sesame Street. She had the burger with egg, crispy kale, carrot salad, and almond laced cookie. What would I have made? A fur burger.
Mm.
Okay.
So stupid.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, so
Okay.
let's dig into that a little bit. So you'd start
I
with
like
the fur
it.
burger, but there are other sides that you have to put along with it. So
Okay,
is it just
fair.
that, or is there other pieces to it?
A fur burger garnished with some googly eyes
Mhm.
and
Okay.
probably a
Mhm.
chocolate chip cookie.
Yes,
Okay.
that
Yeah,
makes
perfect.
sense to me.
Me
Yeah.
one cookie.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, that
who's
was
here?
sick.
Oh, it's me, Cookie Monster.
Wow.
Oh my god.
The classic.
He just showed right up. He just came in Jamal's apartment. Are you okay?
I'm fine. He's here because I bought cookies from Insomnia Cookies, who is the sponsor of today's episode.
And he just followed you home.
He just followed me here.
Followed you home.
I kept dropping little pieces of cookie behind me as
So
I was
you
trying.
wanted
so
him
you
to
were
follow
leading
you.
him, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Do you have bad intentions for Cookie Monster?
Let's not talk about that.
Uh-oh.
Not on the air. It's not really. So why don't you go sit down, Cookie Monster?
Okay, cookies make me sleepy.
Okay.
Grover, like.
No,
Yeah, it is
it
like
turned into
Grover.
Grover.
Mm.
Dylan, do you
That
have
is
more?
like Grover. Yeah, yeah, they're okay. We could go on because I feel like there's so much more.
You
this
put
show
in
to
the work,
cover,
man. You put in the
All
work.
right.
Let's hear 'em.
We'll
How
rush,
many more do you
hear it.
got?
rush through the rest. This is the worst
Yeah.
part of the show.
Yeah.
We like the first part.
Yeah.
Michael V. He had Cheers, chicken parmesan with braised Swiss chard and cherry pie. How about bar nuts and a side of depression and a beer?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
here's the thing. Every time I try and get a side of depression, it never sets. So how are you going to get to set?
Well, actually, usually when I get a side of depression or when I make a side of depression, it ends up being the main course.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, that's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Brian, not podcast Brian, but TV show
Yes.
Brian, he had mash. He made mashed potatoes, okay, with meatloaf and apple pie and
I
asparagus.
forgot that he did that. What a robot.
Yeah.
Mashed means mashed.
And I just said I would have made army food. I don't know what that means.
Probably like a can of Spam and something because they used to eat that.
Yeah,
when
just
they
a
were
can of
you-
Spam,
so-
right?
Oh no.
Eli,
Oh no.
what is that?
Oh god.
Oh yeah,
Oh no.
the
Dylan.
Spam Man is here.
Freaking
I'm at
Spam.
Spamapalooza. Did you guys say my name?
You were
It's
just
the
at
Diatlo.
Spamapalooza. How long does it last?
Hey, we're popping cans, baby, and getting salty with the ham here.
So
I gotta
Dylan-
go, man. They're about to have a spam dance. I'll be back.
Oh
What did I
wow.
miss?
Okay,
Sorry,
Dylan. So what
Dylan.
happens is there's
Do you
this
guys have
guy.
do you guys have security in this studio? Because people just keep coming in.
Not in Jamal's house. He's
Yeah,
got
we
a
used to have
problem.
security. What happened is that he took another job for better pay.
Okay,
Yeah.
The
All right.
market's
Which isn't
so good
hard to
right
do.
now. Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, market's bad. We cut his hours and we couldn't match his 401k anymore, and he just like took
Yeah,
off.
I get
And we
it.
wish him all the best of luck. Best of luck. Wrote him a good recommendation letter.
Mhm.
I hope he's doing well.
Mhm.
Cut off all communication with him.
Yeah.
Well, if you hear from him and he's applying to things, let me know. I'm very good with applications. So.
Mhm.
Oh, we should have done the awesome cut application with you.
Mhm.
Okay, so where are we at? So let's talk about this. Do
Wait,
you
first
still
we
have
gotta talk
another one to
about-
go?
It's just Eli. He had Gilligan's Island, macadamia nut shrimp with sweet potato puree and herb salad, cherries, and banana. And I said I would have just given them a coconut
Mhm.
filled with
Mm.
sand.
Filled with sand.
See,
That's
that
pretty good.
takes you
Mhm.
back to the actual episode more than what Eli. See, I think the chefs were more focused on the food being edible instead of capturing the TV show.
The show. Yeah.
Mhm.
And also Jennifer clearly didn't have the horny surgery because she was very, very horny thinking about Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Who was a child?
Yeah, I found that to
Um,
be disturbing. That she talked about how Pebbles had a real sexy boyfriend who was a baby.
Yeah.
So she was having a tough episode. This is not
Yeah.
a good time for her.
She was going places.
Yeah, definitely.
So Kevin nailed the Sopranos meal, and Kevin wins the quickfire challenge. Good for you, Kevin. This is going to turn out to be, spoiler, a double, like basically load up the shotgun shells because Kevin hits it twice this episode.
2 rounds.
He wins a
Chests.
lot. He wins a lot.
So
of
we
Yeah.
go to
episodes as well.
this is like if I was
Is-
looking at the history of the show. So Kevin is on Kevin's only been in the low once the entire season, and that
So
was
I-
Restaurant Wars.
I have a
Yes,
question.
Dylan, you have your hand raised?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've only watched one episode of Top Chef ever. And so to me, I guess I'm wondering does Kevin win every single time?
We don't know.
Kevin
yet.
has won the most
In-
this season. He's won
in
5.
every
so far,
episode?
yes,
Wow.
but we don't know after that because we're watching real time. So,
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
watching
so
real time.
yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, so based on what Dylan has seen, yeah, he wins every episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Natalie
Mhm.
Portman's on every episode.
Yeah.
She keeps coming back and saying jokes at the dinner table that we'll talk about later.
Crushing it. Crushing it.
So we go to Kraft Steak. Keep that in mind, steak. And the Black Swan herself, Natalie Portman, shows up, and Eli has an opinion about that, where he says, the only thing important that she's ever done is be in Star Wars, which
Which they fucking missed the opportunity there to do Padme.
yeah,
They didn't do
Yeah.
it.
yeah, or
Idiots.
someone dressed up in like a Star Wars Jedi outfit to introduce them, or be like, Padme, I need your help.
Padme,
Yeah.
Like it's like Obi-Wan, I need your help. Like could have done
Right?
anything. Could have done
Anything.
anything. You're in Vegas.
Anything.
I do want to also point out that the best movie that she has done is, in fact, Garden State.
Yes.
And the
was
fact
good,
that
yeah.
he didn't mention Garden State really upset me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I also think 2009 is probably around the time Black Swan came out,
Mm-hmm.
Is it that
right?
old?
And yeah, I think it's pretty old.
It's old.
Oh wait, it's either 2009 or it came out in 2021.
There's only those two options, folks.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. So he couldn't mention. I think that won
Nah.
awards.
I mean, yeah. What's that other movie she did recently with starts with an A?
You figure it out. You Google
That
it.
had that like
So-
it was like and it was like aliens and shit.
So, anyways, the big twist is that at Tom's restaurant,
Annihilation.
Natalie Portman states that she's a vegetarian in a steakhouse. Now, this is my question: is this something that we need to go to the writers' room, because the setup's there? A vegetarian walks into a steakhouse. ...
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like the
Not a
setup
bad
is there.
idea. Not a
right?
bad
The
idea to
setup
go to
is
the writers' room
there.
for this.
Yeah.
Do we go to the writers' room for this?
Let's give it a shot. It seems like Dillon likes writing jokes, so maybe we should go to the writers' room. Take him in the writers' room.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's do it, man.
Let's go. Brian, you have the keys, so if you could just open
Is
your
that
screen.
where- Is that where
It's a
Cookie
f-
Monster is sitting?
Don't say his name 5 times. He'll show up.
Okay.
So
I
I
will.
actually I had it switched to a fob system, so now it's like a hotel key. So.
That
Oh,
makes
that's
more
nice.
sense.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, and I go with my phone too. So okay,
I've
we
got it on
are
my Apple
in,
Wallet.
and it looks like the maid didn't come by.
Well,
And this is
you
a-
had the
this
thing
is-
on the door. The
this
thing
is
on
a
the door says "Do
man-made.
not disturb."
Just so people aren't mad at me, this is a man-made.
What does that have to do with
Oh,
anything?
a maid who is a man.
A
man-
man-made.
Yeah.
Yes.
man-made.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What's the
We
deal with
did
that?
have
What's the deal with that Nazi poster you have hanging up there?
We didn't
Okay,
put it
I'll
up.
talk about it. No, I'll talk about it. It's fine.
Like what? Like is that necessary for a writer's room? I don't like. As
It's
a Jew,
my
I don't-
own kind of. Have you ever watched what's that show on Amazon? The
Yeah,
Nazi show.
High Castle. Or
High
whatever?
Castle, the man in the High
Yeah.
Castle. So I have that poster up as a reminder for myself to try and get through that show because I find it so boring. And so
Okay.
every time I come into the writers' room, I look at it and I go, "Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be watching Man in the High Castle." I keep
Yeah.
forgetting because it's so fucking boring.
Yeah.
So that's why it's up there.
So that's why
it's
we have
not
it.
for anything
Justified.
nefarious.
Yeah, it's not
for
bad.
anything
Okay, cool.
He
nefarious.
explained
that you're
it.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing
Okay.
bad.
Cool.
Nothing bad.
Cool. Okay. No. Cool.
And I guess
cool.
that also explains why I have this arm patch.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay,
you
that
know,
makes
some
Yeah,
sense.
people-
same thing. I look down and go,
people-
I was supposed to watch that today.
Yeah, that's right. Also, like, not to mention, such a revolutionary concept, man, in the High Castle show, whatever it is. It's like, what if Hitler won?
Yeah.
No one thought of that before.
No one.
So I understand why you'd have that in a writer's room
Yeah.
too.
Well,
Such inspiration.
it's-
if you look
inspiration.
across the room, there is a Confederate flag, and that's for the show that hasn't been made
Yeah,
yet,
what
called
if?
Man in the Mint Julep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is-
I didn't. Also, I didn't think it was my place to point out the Confederate flag.
Okay,
You know?
I just want you to know that they're both mine. They're not Reeves or Barnes.
Okay.
They're both
Thank
mine.
you.
It's all
Thank
pretty
you
much
for
everything in
clarifying.
here is Jamal's.
Yeah, a lot of
But
stuff is
yeah,
like a
it's
secondary
justified.
storage for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a vegetarian
Not a
walks
lot
into a
of time.
steakhouse.
Okay, vegetarian walks into a steakhouse.
Yeah.
and
Vegetarian walks into a
the-
steakhouse.
And the bartender says,
The bartender says, "What can I get you?"
"Oh, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This is how your joke goes.
I have a different version of this joke, but it veers off the vegetarian route if you want to hear it.
Please, yeah. There
Yeah,
there are
let's hear
no
it.
wrong answers. There are
Okay,
no
so
bad
this is
jokes
we're
in
just
the-
we're
in the
pitching
writer's
anyways.
room.
We're pitching right now.
Yeah.
So a vegetarian walks into a steakhouse. She sits at the bar. To her left is a giraffe and a lion. They start ordering shots. The giraffe and the lion start drinking. Right. The giraffe. They all get drunk. So the vegetarian gets up and is like, "I'm gonna head out." And the bartender says, "Oi, you can't leave that lion there."
British.
And then the vegetarian says, "Oh, that's not a lion. That's a giraffe."
Wow.
Okay.
Holy shit.
All right.
I feel
all
like
right.
Can you do it again?
Yeah. So a vegetarian walks into a steakhouse,
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
sits down in between a giraffe,
Mm-hmm.
a giraffe and a
Uh-huh.
lion.
Okay.
So they order shots. They start
I'm
drinking.
with
them
you
up.
so far.
The lion gets up and goes to the bathroom, and they get so shit faced that the vegetarian says, "Okay, I'm heading out here," and gets up and leaves without paying the tab. And goes, and the bartender yells, "Hey, you can't leave that lion there!" And he goes, "That's not a lion. That's a giraffe."
Like leaving something down.
Yes.
Yeah,
You didn't
'cause
say
it's
that.
shit-faced.
You didn't say. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I have one.
we're pitching.
Mhm.
I
We're
have
pitching.
one.
Okay.
A vegetarian and a cow walk into a steakhouse, and the maitre d says, "What are you guys doing here?" And the vegetarian and the cow pull out assault rifles
Mm-hmm.
and fucking mow the place down. Actually, what they do is they moo the place down.
Yes.
Wow.
I like that. I like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I got
Gun
one.
ribs
So Natalie Portman walks into a steakhouse and everyone kind of goes, and she says, "Everyone remain calm."
That's
Okay.
And then she goes, "Let us all be friends."
That's
Winner,
Wow.
winner, chicken dinner over here.
Wow.
Okay.
Wait, don't crown a winner yet. We haven't heard Dillon's yet.
Yeah. A vegetarian walks into a steakhouse or a vegetarian a vegetarian
I like it so far.
a vegetarian shits themselves and then walks into a steakhouse
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Hello, do you have any seeds or do you have anything I can eat?"
Mhm.
And the maitre d says, "Can you?" He's like, "No, you have to leave."
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Why? I'm a vegetarian. I can eat here." And he says, "Yes, but we can't give you plants with that soil."
Yes.
Talking
Can
about
I give you a
the
nice compliment on
shit
that? Yes.
in her ass.
Yeah.
I like the walk. I feel like
Mhm.
I went on a nice walk with that joke.
It's a great walk.
Mhm.
And at the end, I felt very refreshed with the joke at the very
Great
end.
walk, great legs.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Good roots, huh?
Yeah.
Yes,
All right, let's
please.
get out of here.
Please.
This is a
Yes,
long
Yeah.
episode. Everyone, make
I'm
sure
gonna
you
take
tap-
I'm gonna take this poster down and take
everyone
it to my
make sure
house.
you-
So maybe I'll
everyone
remind
make sure
myself.
you slap the
Okay.
picture of
Swastika.
Yeah.
of,
Edie Amin.
yeah. of
That's
Yeah.
to remind me to watch The Last King of Scotland.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right, and I'm gonna take down the little door hanging that says if the writers' rooms are rocking, don't come and knocking, so that the man-made will go
Yeah,
in there and clean.
because we're not fucking in there anymore.
no,
No.
not anymore.
Yeah.
The
Okay, so
man-made,
this is a
man-made.
long episode.
So Mike has over 60 dishes on a menu at his restaurant, and 20 of them are vegetarian. So guess what? He's confident going into this elimination. All right. Then he finds out that his pot is not on the fire and it fucks things up.
Yeah.
He makes up all kinds of excuses as to why I couldn't cook the leeks because my pot and all this. I mean, I'm in a full service kitchen. I couldn't think of anything else to do.
Mistake number 1: blaming Tom's utensils for why
never
your
gonna work.
dish was gross.
yeah, that's
Never
in
gonna
Tom's. That's in Tom's restaurant. Fuck yeah, you fuck. That's oh my goodness, you're going home, dude.
Yeah.
Make
Brian
leeks
has
that
some
look like
frantic-
scallops.
Yeah.
Are they going to taste like scallops? Well, no, they're leeks,
No.
but it's going to be good.
Issue number
That's
2:
fucking weird.
giving me
Yeah.
just a leek as a food. That's an onion,
Yeah.
dog.
That's weird, man. Who is like, I'm gonna replace this scallop with a leek?
It didn't even really look like a scallop, too. And I guess maybe because he overdid it a little bit. Like, I can see what he was thinking in his mind, but like it.
Yeah, it
That
wasn't
they're
going to work.
both circular.
Yeah,
That's
they're
weird,
like white
man.
circles.
Like,
Yeah.
Didn't
Okay.
Brian
Tom-
earlier in the season do like banana scallops? Is that this season?
No, that's
No, it's earlier.
That's Blaze.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did it like
yeah.
3 times in a
That's
Yeah.
more
season of
fun.
Us.
Because it
I
worked.
would be like,
Banana.
ooh, this is a scallop, and then it's an onion.
Mhm.
Ew.
banana scallops are just plantains.
Whoa, man.
And I love that.
Whoa.
I love that.
Oh.
This guy's This guy
You
knows what he's
just
talking
blew my
about.
mind.
Brian,
I
how
know
come
what you're
all of
talking
the
about.
people you have from the sketch show aren't like this?
Because most of them are white.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
That's true.
that's a good point.
That's
You
a
guys
good
heard
point.
it from
Checks
a white
out.
man first.
Yeah.
I'm not white.
So let's listen to them make inappropriate jokes at the dinner table, huh?
Lemonade. Do you like the garlic pasta? Spicy. Like a little prick on the tip of my tongue. Like a little. Don't say that. That's awesome. I thought that my shallot was a little sharp, especially when you pair it with these garlic blossoms, which are very tiny in size and yet big in your mouth. Big in your mouth.
It went from a little prick to big in the mouth.
That's what usually happens.
I was waiting for that.
Someone had to say it.
They applaud that joke.
I
Yeah.
like this because it felt like a lot of my comedy life where things like I'd be in an improv show and these kind of jokes were going on and lots of applause, and I'd just be like, huh. Maybe it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Maybe this isn't for me. But yeah, great job, Batman. You really crushed it.
Yeah, crushed with humor that you can't do on TV anymore.
It would have been better if the person putting it in their mouth had shit their pants before they walked in,
Mhm.
and then made the joke.
Yeah.
You know?
Asked for a seed too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Can I have a seed?
Can I?
It seemed how
That rules.
Can I have a seed?
it was like freaking ladies' night at Kraft Steak, and Tom was like, "Okay,
He's
here
in
in
his
this. I'm
element.
here hanging out in this hen do, and I'm gonna crush it." But nah, like the ladies were bringing the fire, and he was like sitting back. But then he said, like, what Tom does is he was like, I had that joke ready to go, and I gave it to somebody else. Which you know what? That's feminism.
Okay.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's
He
a
made
fucking
space.
ally, man.
Yeah.
He made
made
space for them.
Yeah. He leaned out so someone else could lean in.
And then he
Yeah.
elevated her joke by saying, I was waiting for someone to say that.
Yeah.
Elevated
Yeah.
the joke.
And everyone at the table was like, well, if Tom was waiting for it, then we're all waiting for it. you
Well,
know?
what they cut out was after Tom said, I was waiting for someone to make that joke, they cut out the part where he goes, that's my fucking joke.
Yeah, he stood up.
That's my fucking joke.
It's like, if you ever step on me again like that in my hometown, in my restaurant,
He was like,
I'm
cut the
gonna
fucking
hash you."
cameras.
Yeah,
Cut it.
exactly.
Who
He
the
went on
fuck
a
do you think
rampage
you
being
are?
like, I made enough concessions by not making meat tonight. My
That's
jokes
right.
will stand.
the fuck do you think you
Exactly.
are? You're in my house. You come into my house,
Yeah.
you say my joke,
So
and it fucking kills it. You get out applause? That's my
Tom's
applause.
restaurant, just like Seinfeld. Tom's
Michael
Seinfeld.
Voltaggio's dish made Natalie giggle like a schoolgirl, apparently. We get to the judges' table, and Eli and Kevin do well with Michael Voltaggio, but Kevin wins the challenge, and he gets G appliances to be installed in his house because apparently he doesn't have appliances at home. And Michael Voltaggio, not impressed. Let's listen.
Kevin wins his challenge. He put turnip puree, roasted turnips, and a big pile of sauteed mushrooms on top of that. I could have made that dish in 20 minutes.
Let me out.
Big K. For a dish that I could have made the second year of my apprenticeship to win, I was obviously pissed off.
About time.
Uh-oh.
I wanna
already
bring up-
throwing shit at Kevin. Sucks. He also, there was a point before they left the kitchen where it's because there's a whole thing where Brian forgot to put part of a component of his dish on the dish. It was something that was fried, and he like showed Mike, and Mike tasted it, was like, it's greasy anyway. Just threw it down.
Oh,
It was
really?
gross. Yeah. It's like,
He's been really pissy lately.
Well,
He's not been
Picasso,
happy.
you know, when you're Picasso and you're an artist like Mike is, it's just kind of like you just swing however you want to. You treat people however you want to because you're an artist, right?
Let's listen to that.
Melinda, are you kidding me?
I think Michael is Picasso. He is. This has made me so happy.
Second time someone's called that.
It makes me like smile and laugh, and I'm confused.
I know when I look at a Picasso, I smile, laugh, and I am very confused.
Yeah. Why are the lips and the eyes off center? I don't
Yeah.
get it.
I'm like, what is this? That's not how a face looks like.
Yeah. I always I'm turning my head in the Picasso Museum the entire time I'm walking around. I'm like, okay, now this all makes sense.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
A donkey, guys on the donkey. Where's the rest of it, though?
Yeah.
There should be
And
other
don't get me
things there.
started on Salvador Dali.
Yeah. Oh God.
Ugh.
Don't get me started.
Hey, how about you turn the heat down because all your paintings are melting?
Your freaking clocks are melting, dog.
Do you think it would be a good thing to be the Salvador Dali of chefs?
If you're an ice cream maker, maybe.
Yeah.
Man.
Or a
I don't
cake
know how he
maker.
does it, but all of his food is melting
Melting.
and dripping off. This burger is dripping off the plate.
What if someone made a version of ice cream that tasted better melted than it did cold?
Ice cream soup. Little kids
Yeah.
do it all the
Cream
time.
soup. What if you were like a hentai painter of food? They're like, this guy, I don't know any hentai artists, but they're like, this guy's the hentai artist.
You sure you don't know any
food.
hentai artists?
I don't. I get
Is
down.
hentai?
Look,
What is hentai?
If that's
Is
your
it
That's
thing,
Japanese porn.
if
so-
that's your
It's
thing,
like Japanese
that's your
like
thing.
anime porn, right?
Yeah.
So that's an interesting reference.
I just thought I was doing a joke.
You know, interesting episode too. So, which one would what artist would Brian Voltaggio be? If his brother is Picasso, what does that make Brian?
Brian is the
Brian the robot? He's
Brian-
Renoir. He's like
I
a
was gonna
boring
say that he was
lines.
Wait. Brian and Michael are brothers?
Yeah.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
and we should explain that because you didn't
So
see
sorry.
the other episode. So
Yeah.
yes, they are.
No, it's
They're
okay.
brothers.
Like you don't have to explain it really. I like that. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. I know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're okay. I won't go into all the things.
Well, yeah.
I was
Him
gonna say that
coming from the future
Saved
to
us
the past
15
to say-
minutes
Yeah.
right there.
that
Yeah.
Brian is like the AI artist that everyone's mad at currently.
Mm.
Mhm.
Everyone wants
Okay.
to beat up this AI artist, stealing everyone's work.
Yeah.
Robin is the artist who doesn't know how to make art.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's a lot of
right.
artists.
Name them.
Yeah. Man,
You have a friend who
let's
does
see.
art that you don't like.
Van Gogh.
Me.
Jamal, you do art?
I'm terrible at art. So I'm Robin.
Hmm.
I can't draw. I can't
That's
paint.
okay.
I can't get those brushstrokes going. I can get the other ones going.
Hey, this is an hour and 10 minutes long. Let's do this damn thing.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
when
listen
do
to
we-
Michael. Let's listen to one of the most glorious goodbyes from a show that I think has been recorded on Top Chef.
Mike, please pack your knives and go.
Okay. Thanks.
Good luck to you, Mike.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm upset that I was eliminated. This is a strong competition for me. I mean, I should have done a lot better than everyone else because this is more my background. You gotta be bigger and stronger, you know what I mean, Stoggy? One person I think should have been eliminated tonight. Should have been eliminated the other night, and that's Robin. And I don't think her dish was better than mine at all. It's nobody's fault but my own. It's just her food and her style, and she's always at the bottom. I wouldn't want to be at the bottom 8 times. I'd send myself home.
I've been on the bottom more times than I'd like to admit. And Mike hasn't been, but they chose him for a reason. And I'm so happy I'm still here. Actually, now that Mike is gone, it's probably going to be less backstabby, kind of ugly in the house for sure.
For me to compete with the next generation of rising chefs is great. It's a little short, but I mean, it's all good. Then I go home, go back to work and continue life.
So I just want to point out that this has been 10 weeks of Mike Isabella saying, and other people be like, when is she going to go home? When is she going to go home? When is she going to go home? And she
Who, Robin?
outlasts, she outlasts almost all of them. I mean, she's going home next week, but she outlasts almost all of them.
It is great. It's a nice little bow on this narrative of like the battle
That's
between
crazy.
her and Mike.
That she just beats him out. Like that.
Yeah.
That has to be like produced, right?
Probably.
Probably.
That
Like
food
the
all looks
producers.
gross.
The
Yeah.
producers have to be like, hey, like we got to keep this girl on.
Dude, if you saw some of the dishes that were made earlier on in the season, you can be like, how is she still here?
Most of this shit look gross. Like I don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, let me preface this by saying vegetarians are people too. Okay.
Oh my God.
I want everyone to know
Okay.
vegetarians
He has to
are
say
people
that
too.
because one, he already got in trouble with his wife when she hears what he said earlier. So now he has to preface that as well.
They're people
No,
too.
Robin
Okay?
says that, right? Or
Yeah,
Michael says
yeah.
that or something. Like
Everyone had the hardest time being like, yeah, no, look, they're, you know what, they're okay. Like, they're just fucking people that don't eat meat. They had to like they were a
I
different
know
race
some
of
vegetarians, all right. I
Yeah.
think they're
Yeah,
pretty
they're
nice.
good people.
They're good.
Look, I got a friend who's a vegetarian.
I've hired
okay?
a vegetarian. I don't see what the big
well,
deal
actually,
is.
Eli says, and I quote, "Vegetarians are lower human beings." So
Yeah. Yep. That sounds like something Eli would say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So do we want to skip the Where Are They Out segment?
So
Where are they
interesting
now?
thing, Brian.
Yeah.
About, and you probably already know this about Mike Isabella. He's a huge wrestling fan.
Is he really?
Huge. Yes.
I didn't
His
know that.
Twitter is all wrestling videos, retweets.
What kind of wrestling?
All kinds. AEW, all the wrestlings. He loves wrestling. He still says that he's in DC, but I've never seen him once, so who knows if that's true or
And
not.
I walk around all the time. I never see him.
Yeah, I've never seen him. Jamal
That's
and I haven't seen him.
bullshit.
He doesn't exist here, probably not. His website is in a different language. I don't know what language it is. It has a lot of
does
video
post
game
a
stuff
lot.
on it, so I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means he does.
He lives in Cyberpunk. He lives in in Cyberpunk City,
yes,
Night City.
the night. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Night City, Cyberpunk. Yeah. So I don't know what he does.
Uh-huh.
I
This
don't
is
know.
this is Mike, the dude that got kicked off.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. What you
I-
don't know is he also is a victim of cancel culture. He got victim of cancel culture.
Victim.
Okay, I was actually victim.
Yeah.
I was gonna actually ask just now. I was gonna say, do you think Mike ever used his Top Chef fame to hook up with a girl?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he tried to do it on the show.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
God.
at least pressure
Jesus.
one,
Yeah.
and then be a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Why is his what
crazy.
language is his website?
It's very confusing. He's
Allegedly.
not a good person, so we're glad to see him go.
And the lawyers are faxing me right now to say allegedly after all.
Allegedly, apparently,
Allegedly.
it's a parody
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Hour 14. Good lord.
So, Dylan, thanks for coming
Jesus.
on the podcast. We hope you enjoyed your stay and watching Top Chef. Is there anything you want to plug?
I mean, just I guess our boogie team, right? We have a show February 7th at Caveat in New York City.
Nice.
Under Big Apartment. I think it's at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m., something like that.
Nice.
But otherwise, no, not really. You could follow me on social media just at Dillon Diatlo. But like I'm kind of off it right now, you know. I'm
Good for
just
you.
trying to be a little bit mentally healthier
Yeah,
with all
good
that
for you.
stuff. So
Don't let
Yeah.
him tell you got to be on it, you know?
Did we
Yeah.
help with that? Was this good for your mental health?
yeah, I had fun.
That's
Dope,
nice.
I had fun.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's
All
very
right.
dope.
Thank you so much for coming on. Reeves, Brian, anything before we leave?
No, we're getting down
Oh.
to it though.
Yeah, I got
All
one.
right.
Happy birthday, Jamal.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jamal.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Until
And
next time.
MLK Day.
Yeah,
Happy
everyone
MLK Day,
use the
Jamal.
code PODCHEF, delete the pod for 10% off. PODCHEF10,
delete the
pod, and then you'll get your 10% discount from Tom Colicchio's sauces. Yeah, until next time, we're going to pack our knives and go.
This was fun.
Absolutely.
This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Nice.